All right, let's also get you an excerpt of a conversation with Mr. Syngle of Asian Paints talking about the impact post the new lockdown and also expectations going forward, in terms of demand. Listen in.
So what we have seen is that, one of the big trends is that people's involvement with the home has kind of gone up. People are trying to do small tidbits in terms of do it by yourself trends in terms of looking at small repairs, decorating their own spaces, making their own corners to that extent. We also find that today, as I said, one of the big trends is that each space in the home has become multifunctional in nature, and therefore flexibility is the need of the hour in terms of what people see, because that's something which is what the situation is demanding from that. The other is the homes have become big spaces for socialization, and therefore people see that rather than venturing out to a restaurant, to a mall, home is the space where they would feel more safe and more comfortable with. And therefore, with this range, what we bring to their lives, far more color and really designer kind of collections, which they really embellish the homes in a very, very different way. And we think this is really a category disruptor, because now Asian Paints is not only about walls, we are about the space between the walls in a very, very strong manner.
Oh, yes, indeed. And now more so, you'd have to say, with this second sort of a lockdown that has been imposed. How has that really impacted the company in terms of demand?
So we have to really see, I think the situation in Maharashtra is something which is not looking good at all. And there are other cases which are kind of rising in other states as well. But, I think the good part is that there is a strong stream of vaccination which is kind of taking across the country, and we feel that therefore this phenomena should be short-lived in terms of what we are seeing. So I think we are pretty still buoyant about the demand in the market, and we feel that this is a transitional phase which is kind of we are coming into, and we feel that it's a matter of time that market should kind of reopen and we should kind of get back into the same state of demand in terms of what we have been seeing for a while.
And also give us a sense as to what are some of the other challenges that the company is facing, while you've definitely taken steps to innovate, pivot and re-strategize. What about the rise in crude, etc., in terms of hitting your cost of production?
Yes, I think it's been definitely, I think the inflation has been very, very high, and we have been seeing, inflation from, December in Q3 and Q4, very strong inflation trends, what has been seeing in the market. We've been watching the market very strongly in terms of seeing that how do the prices do stabilize, because overall inflation levels have been pretty high. And we have taken some steps in terms of really to address this, and we have announced a small price increase in the market as well. Going into the market. So I think we are watching the environment, and we will keep on taking certain steps so that we are able to kind of really see that we are able to keep with the inflation trends, and also see in terms of how we are able to work in terms of our costings and savings, so that we are not able to pass everything what is coming on inflation to the consumer. So we are constantly watching the situation, and we'll keep on looking at finding more and more ways to kind of tackle this.
And I'm sure that, given that it's been a year into lockdown, that you've learned some very crucial lessons. What would those have been for the business and for the company, and any more price increases that you think will be on the anvil?
So one of the, I think, the strong things which we have kind of seen is that whatever be the situations, I think stay glued to your stakeholders very, very strongly. So be it your customer, be it your retailer, be it your influencers, or be it your internal employees. So long as you have got your ears strongly to what the stakeholders are saying, I think you are something which you are really kind of channelizing a cause in terms of taking the situation forward. So I think that's been the great learning, and that is something which we have been kind of really doing with agility all the way to that extent. As I said, in terms of going forward, if the inflationary pressures continue, we will look at evaluating more options in the future in terms of what can come in with respect to any price increases which would be there.